Good morning, Big Square, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. And yes, I got up early today. Crazy day on Wall Street. I mean, Wall Street is coming to Washington, D.C. to testify in front of the House Financial Services Committee. It is going to get ugly and exciting to me. You know, this is one of those things. I know there's a lot of absolutely lunatic people heading these congressional committees now. Maxine Waters is heading the Financial Services Committee. I couldn't think of a more idiotic human being on planet Earth to run that committee. But here's the other thing. I'm fighting the same people that the crazy Democrats are. These criminal bankers. They just don't know why they're fighting them. It is going to be sweet and ugly and hysterical to watch today's circus. And I can't wait. Here's the article. Big bank CEO about to face angry lawmakers. Their plan, let Jamie Dimon take over. Jamie Dimon, the criminal CEO of one of the world's most criminal banks. Not the most. I would say HSBC is the most. Deutsche Bank second. JP Morgan third. Criminal as in literally criminal. As in Bernie Madoff. Who was Bernie Madoff's bank? Only had one bank. And whatever happened to know your customer, right? Madoff ran, they say 50 billion is actually 500 billion through Jamie Dimon's bank, JP Morgan. That's the only bank they had. All the deals had to be approved by the JP Morgan board. That's how criminal the bank is. And they are deep, deep, deep in the deep state. Really bad stuff goes on at JP Morgan. I sometimes I think, damn, they're going to take me out. They do take people out. It's scary shit. They wouldn't take me out. I'm a little fish. Right, Jamie? Yeah. If I disappear, I can name 20 other people who did it. But it's going to be really interesting to see Maxine Waters hold this committee meeting. I mean, she's a nut, literally. And I heard she has 2 mansions and has never had a real job outside of politics and doesn't get paid squat diddly to end up. It's just the insanity of what's going on. And they're going to be grilling JP Morgan about money laundering. I love it. And all the banks. And the bankers are going to say, you take it, Jamie. You take it, Jamie. They're going to crush little JP Morgan. But now, why now? That's the thing. Why now? They're setting the stage for something very big. The collapse of the system. And then no bailouts. And what happens with no bailouts? Poof, the system is gone. No more debt. We talked about that. Mass chaos. So I find it perfect timing that this is happening now as we inch into the summer. Because they want to do this in the summer. They want to take down the old system in the summer because people are going to be sleeping outside and you don't want shitty weather. Yeah, they think about that stuff. Why do you think at the end of the Road to Ruta comic, Ruta's talking about, one day, one hot summer day, while she's lying in the green grass, what does she say? Don't be surprised if the return to Colorland happens. Go to roadrunner.com if I'm being too cryptic, and it's all there in the comic books from the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. So yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going to make this short because I want to go watch this cluster happen. Here's what I'm talking about when it comes to the bailouts. Bank CEOs to assure Congress the financial system is stronger now. It is not stronger now. It is lying, cheating, and stealing. Steve Mnuchin, which I'll talk about in a second, Steve Mnuchin was the head computer market rigger at Goldman Sachs. That's how the system stays together, is computer market rigging. Invented by Alan Greenspan in the 1960s, controlled by him through the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. When Greenspan left the Fed 2 years later, the Satoshi White, after the 2008 crash, the Satoshi White paper, bang, became instant. It hit the press. And remember, Satoshi said he'd been working on this for 2 years. Yes, of course it was Alan Greenspan. But he wasn't the only guy. There was a lot within the Fed, within the U.S. Treasury, John Kemeny, Steve Jobs. They were all involved in the invention of a new monetary system, Bitcoin. Obviously, Jobs put a computer in your hand. Bitcoin would not be possible. The whole concept of replacing the old system with something else would not be possible without a computer in your hand. So absolutely, Steve Jobs was involved. But it's much bigger. I mean, I don't even, Dick Allgaier did a remote viewing and Greenspan popped up instantly. And then I deciphered the rest of it. But there's a lot more. I would say there was probably a couple hundred people that culminated who Satoshi is. But I think Alan Greenspan, the world's best computer programmer, the guy who invented Y2K, he screwed up the 2 digits instead of 4, was one of the main contributors to the Satoshi, the electronic monetary system. Well, obviously the one before, he invented that. It's even in his book. I screwed up Y2K. I have to fix this. So the next step from a controlled electronic monetary system is a decentralized electronic monetary system, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, all the cryptocurrencies. If you're been on the road to Ruta for a while, you get that. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. U.S. House zeroes in on money laundering loophole. There's the crazy Maxine Waters. It's going to be hysterical. How do I know this? Because it already was hysterical yesterday when Steve Mnuchin was talking with Maxine Waters. Check this out. Wait, that's not it. Here's Steve Mnuchin and Maxine Waters. This you get a cry. This is what our country has come to.
Mr. Secretary, I want you to know that no other secretary has ever told us the day before that they were going to limit their time in the way that you're doing. So if you want to use them as examples, you have acted differently than they have acted, and as I have said, if you wish to leave, you may.
If you'd wish to keep me here so that I don't have my important meeting.
First of all, he's creepy. She's an idiot and he's creepy. My important meeting. By the way, Maxine Waters says, if you wish to leave, it's important because this comes up. If you wish to leave, you may. And he says, listen to what he says.
And continue to grill me, then we can do that. I will cancel my meeting and I will not be back here. I will be very clear if that's the way you'd like to have this relationship.
Thank you. The gentleman.
So he says, if you wish to keep me here, you want to have this relationship, he will stay. So she's the one saying, she said, you can go. He said, if you wish to keep me here, I will, and I won't come back.
The secretary has agreed to stay to hear all of the rest of the members.
Okay,
please
so
cancel your meeting and respect our time.
I am.
Who is next on the list?
My foreign meeting. You're instructing me to stay here, and I should cancel.
No, you just made me an offer.
No, I didn't make you.
The offer was, if you wish me to stay. Let's listen to that because this comes up. She's saying, no, you offered, and I took it. Let's go back and listen.
Acted differently than they have acted, and as I have said, if you wish to leave, you may.
If you'd wish to keep me here so that I don't have my important meeting.
If you wish to keep me here. Let's just listen.
And continue to grill me, then we can do that. I will cancel my meeting and I will not be back here. I will be very clear if that's the way you'd like to have this relationship.
Thank you. The gentleman, the secretary, has agreed to stay to hear all of the rest of the members.
Okay,
please
so
cancel your meeting and respect our time.
I am.
Who is next on the list?
My foreign meeting. You're instructing me to stay here, and I should cancel.
No, you just made me an offer.
No, I didn't make you an offer.
You made me an offer that I accepted.
I did not make you an offer. Just let's be clear.
Well,
you're instructing me. You are ordering me to stay here.
No, I'm not ordering you. I'm responding. I said you may leave anytime you want. And you said, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'll cancel my appointment.
That's not what he said. He said, if you wish to keep me here.
And I'll stay here. So I'm responding to your request. If that's what you want to do.
That's not what I want to do. I told you.
What would you like to do?
What I've told you is I thought it was respectful that you'd let me leave at 5:15.
You are free to leave anytime you want. You may go anytime you want.
Please dismiss everybody. I believe you're supposed to take the gravel and bang it.
Please do not instruct me as to how I'm to conduct this committee. Please, gentle lady, the time belongs to the chair.
That's our country. What the hell is going on? And then check this out. And then the guy tells Mnuchin, Dude, you're here voluntarily. You can walk up and leave anytime you want.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I'm not sure the Secretary has the attention right now. Mr. Secretary.
Okay, so my understanding, I've just been advised that I'm under no obligation to stay. I'm here voluntarily. I will leave at 5:30, which is going to make me already 20 minutes late. So I'm happy to listen for another 10 minutes, and then I will be
Thank you, Ms. Would you proceed?
And I've withdrawn my offer to voluntarily come back. We can follow up if that's appropriate or not.
You may choose to do whatever you want. Ms. Dean, it is your time now. Please proceed.
This is our government.
Thank you for restoring the clock also. Mr. Secretary, how do you do? Good. And I'm disappointed to hear you threaten not to come back. That isn't really what we hope of our cabinet officials in this administration or any other administration. So thank you for staying on. Who is the foreign dignitary that you were meeting with?
I am meeting with a very senior person from Bahrain that is here to talk about national security issues and sanctions.
Isn't that was probably full of shit. A very senior person. Oh my God. That is our world now. That is our world. And this is why I want to end this pretty quick and go to the congressional hearing on the banksters. Because all these CEOs are going to be there. Let me tell you who's going to be there. I think I got it here. CEO of Citibank will be there. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, State Street, and Bank of New York. Well, oh my God, I gotta go and watch this. All right, but money laundering loopholes, great. If you're gonna do it, do it. If you're gonna bust the banks for being criminal, it's the easiest thing to do in the world. The whole system is criminal. The problem is they've got us in their web, such that you take out the banks, everything is destroyed. Everything. You're not going to be able to buy gas. And the Democrats, I'm not so sure they even understand what would happen if they take out one of the too big to fail banks. They don't care, which is great. I mean, I'm from the other side. I understand what's going on. I know it has to happen to destroy the banksters, to destroy the unbacked fiat monetary system, to destroy this huge debt problem we have. It's going to be so chaotic. And the Democrats are going to blame the banksters. The banksters are going to blame the Democrats. It's insane. And then you got AOC in this meeting. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear the craziness. She'll be reading from her little card. You bad bankers. And it's a grandstanding opportunity for the little 29-year-old bartender. Oh, my God. If it wasn't so sad, actually, it's a good thing. Jeff Berwick would be very happy. The government is destroying itself with its own stupidity. And I love that. We don't need freaking government anymore. We're done with government. Get lost. Get out. Regulators don't do their job. The cops don't arrest the criminals. Why do we need government at all? We don't. They're just there's a giant sucking sound into Washington. All our money, all our work, all our capital goes right into Washington. Was it 30%? Or it's 30 million people work for the federal government, directly or indirectly. That's insane. What happened? Founding fathers would be sick to their stomachs. Speaking of sick to your stomach, here's another head of a committee, Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff is a well-known pedophile, part of the Standard Hotel group. Just horrific human. And here's him talking about, we cannot stop the Mueller report. He's still on it. That's all he's got, because he was involved in it too. He was leaking. He better go to jail for the pedophilia stuff, if you ask me.
And again, not only the report itself,
Rachel
but the underlying evidence
still pissed
to
off.
Be handed over to the relevant committees. Joining us now is Congressman Adam Schiff, the chairman of the Intelligence Committee in the House. Sir, it is great to have you with us tonight. Thank you for being...
That's the amazing thing. These crazy Democrats, they're not all crazy. There's some fairly sane people on the Democratic side, but they put the craziest of the crazy as head of these committees. Insane.
I just have to ask you top line what you make of this development today. Attorney General Barr's letter, what he has explained and what it suggests to you about the process.
Yeah, I don't have time to go through it. You can watch it on Zero Heads, but they just will not let it go. They will never let it go because it's all they have. If they let it go, then all of a sudden, the funny thing is, the report, the Mueller report, Mueller's a bad guy. All the investigators are bad guys. There's no doubt, right? We all know that. But Trump and the good guys had him under their thumb. They weren't going to allow them to do what they were trying to do. The question is, how much in the report did it talk about the people who did collude with the Russians? It should be the entire report says, yes, there was Russian collusion. Here's the Clintons. Here's the DNC. Here's the dossier. Here's all the people who colluded with the Russians. That's if it was a sound report, that's what the conclusion would be. But it's not, because Mueller's knee deep with James Comey. They're best buddies. But he wasn't allowed by the good guys. Anybody thinking there's not good guys out there, you're drunk. The good guys forced Mueller to, and I'll bet you the good guys even wrote the report ultimately. Because all these prosecutors should end up in jail. All the people on the special counsel, all the important lawyers are in on the con. And hopefully we'll go to jail, but we'll see. I doubt it. It looks like they're trying for a smooth transition. Anyway, go and watch. I'm sure you'll see highlights if you can't watch it. If you go to the Financial Services Committee website, there's your leader, Chairwoman Maxine Waters. Wow, that's just stunning. Anyway, go watch that video. I'm going to watch right now the live stream. And if you want more truths, if you want more of the Road to Ruta stuff, go to roadtoruta.com, hit subscribe today. I'll be posting all kinds of videos from this weekend and the Maui concert and the concerts in Blanco, Texas. And lots more coming out from Blanco on the private road. So go to the private road. Probably be posting that Thursday or Friday. And subscribe today to the Road to Ruta. And we are absolutely in the right place. Hang on to your silver, number one. Remember, who's the biggest market rigger in silver? JP Morgan. What if Maxine Waters goes absolute lunacy and says, hey, there was a JP Morgan trader who got busted for silver manipulation, admitted that he did it, and said his bosses taught him how to do it. You're his boss and the Blythe Masters. Can you explain that, please? Well, I can't talk about ongoing investigations. We'll see. You take JP Morgan out without another criminal bank to take over that silver short position. Poof. Goodbye, financial system. Silver goes to $1 billion. Name your price. The markets would shut down. So hang on to your physical silver in your own possession only. Same with cryptos. In your own possession only. If it's not in your possession, it's someone else's. It's BigSquareRoadToRuta.com. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later.